This is the world of company secretaries. On this channel, you can watch interviews with company secretaries across the world. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell icon. Sir, again, on a lighter side, since you have such a huge experience, you would have met students in different places, maybe your trainees or students in different places in different times. Can you just share few experiences about that?
I had very good experience with the old members and students. At least not a few thousand students and members must have studied my study lessons, or attended my lectures, or attended oral coaching classes, or must have read my articles. I had written about 100 articles at that time, published in various newspapers and journals, including Chartered Secretary. So but I do not know them all. But I can only say that I commanded a respect, certainly commanded a respect from them. I give a few examples of the people I came across afterwards, after my presidentship, or during my presidentship, or during my member. I came across certain members. I'll tell you only the stories whom I did not know, but they respected me. When I was Dalmia Cement, for attending our AGM, for rather conducting our AGM, I was traveling from Delhi to Chennai, because my registered office was in Dalmiapuram, that is Chennai, you can say. My wait list only was one, but I could not get the boarding pass. Therefore, I had no alternative but to come back. While I was coming back, I was told that some finance minister is going to Chennai, and therefore all the seats are blocked. While I was coming back, one of my students who was in the Ministry of Finance was with Mr. VP Singh. So he saw me and he told VP Singh, sir, our president, Shri DC Jain, he is president of our Institute of Company Secretaries of India, Mr. DC Jain. And we are very grateful to him. He is a nice person, and he gave a long introduction to VP Singh. Although VP Singh also knew me well, but as a minister, he might not be knowing me that much. Hello, Mr. DC Jain, where are you going? Sir, I was going to Chennai, but now I am going home because I could not get the ticket boarding pass. What for your Chela is here? Then Chela immediately gave me a boarding pass and I could travel. So, and I did not know the Chela much, I can tell you. Another similar example, very similar example, I'll give you. I was traveling from Chennai to Delhi by 5:30 morning flight. I was not very late, very little late, but the window clerk did not allow me to board the aircraft. He said, no. Okay, I can't do anything. It was 5:30, and on those days, next flight or any flight was not possible because flight used to be booked some 2-3 months before. And at 5:30, what to do? I cannot go back to the city. I did not have any hotel or anything. I thought if I could get the refund, I'll go back to the city about at 10 o'clock. And by that time, I'll sit here. There was no one in the airport at the time. I was just sitting. I just closed my eyes. Suddenly, some person appeared. Hello, Mr. DC Jain. I opened my eyes. Who is the person? Sir, I'm Srinivasan, your student, and I'm in charge of this airport. And he took my ticket and gave me another ticket. And he said, next flight is at 8 o'clock. Do not stand in queue, because there used to be a long queue for taking the boarding pass. Do not stand in queue. When the window opens, you go to the clerk straight away and tell him that you are DC Jain. Don't say anything else. You just say that you are DC Jain. There was a long queue for people who were standing for an hour or so. when the window was just to open, I went to the clerk. I said, "Sir, my name is Decision." "Oh, Mr. Decision." And he took me without any boarding pass. He took me to the aircraft, gave me the seat number 1, and said, "Your boarding pass will come here." And my boarding pass came there. So this type of things I faced. One more thing again, because I'll not take much time. Once I was sitting, and I do not know both of them. I was sitting in Hotel Park waiting for somebody in Delhi. If one person, I saw a gentleman in very hurry, and he immediately stopped, touched my feet, and said, "Sir, I'm very grateful to you. Because of you, I'm vice president of this organization, and you had got me the appointment." I tell you, I do not know the person even today. I do not remember whether I got him the job or not. But he was in a hurry. One more small example, just opposite to it. Means you say the people know me. I said people do not know me. I was traveling from Delhi to Lucknow by train. I saw a person sitting with a chartered secretary in his hand. So I thought he must be a company secretary. So I went to him. "You have a chartered secretary in your hand. Are you a company secretary?" He said, "Yes, I'm company secretary." Then he asked me, "Are you also a company secretary?" I said, "Yes, I'm also company secretary." Then he said that he knows Mr. DC and he's a nice person. And he is working in Dalmia Cement. I had been to his office also. And I had read his books. Now I'm reading his article only. An article. And his photo is also there in Chartered Secretary. And I said, "Sir, my name is DC Jain." And literally, he stood up from his seat. "Very sorry, sir. Very sorry, sir. I did not recognize you. I was only I was engrossed in reading the article, etc." So this is the story I told you where people did not recognize me. I think there are a number of stories. I think I need not repeat.
Yeah, no, sir. You have told us a lot, and each one is very interesting. Sir, we have taken quite some time of yours, but again, last few questions, if you could permit us.